Hello. Welcome back. What was I thinking going down to the... I think I was just tired last time. I think I was just tired going on down there the catacomb. It doesn't even make sense. All I'd get would be the rite of kindling. I guess we could kill that Titanite demon down there. That wouldn't be a waste of time. Um, we could fumble around in the dark for the lantern, I guess. But none of that... Look, I've thought about it this time. I've planned what we're going to do a little bit for once. And we're not doing that at all. We'll be back. You know what would be really convenient is if we could somehow get like 4 more humanity and immediately get the sunlight maggot. That'd be pretty sweet. So we're going to do some other stuff while at the same time we get some humanity here and there, right? So I think what we'll do is we'll probably get a little bit of Titanite. So there's some we can get that's just laying on the ground in Honor Londo. We'll do that. And then I gotta check. Do I have... I know I have Dung Pie. Do I have Prism Stone? I don't have Prism Stone. Interesting. But I don't need to make both trades if I kill the Honor Londo demon. So I could kill Honor Londo demon and then just make the Dung Pie trade and be done. Which is interesting. That's a thought. Ouch. Of course, I would like to make a Fury Sword. Which is a whole lot more Demon Titanite. At that point, we're farming the respawning one, right? Which I've done before. And I'll frickin' do again. Don't think I won't. Alright, get ready to mark your bingo cards. Dude, this weapon is so long. Wait, no, not Daughter of Chaos. Chamber of the Princess. This weapon's so long. Holy moly. And it attacks so quickly. God damn. Bonk. Oh, man. We should kill Gwendolyn, too. Just because, like, you know, we're going to use Sunlight Blade. I don't know about you, but I pretty much, and I feel like I should just kill a Sentinel every time I go by, just to get those chunks. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but I pretty much never farm out Dark Moonblade. Especially since, like, I mean, Souvenirs of Reprisal, if you're not getting them through PvP, and blue invasions are hard to get, like, worlds for. You can do it. I'm not trying to say you can't do it. You can totally do it. It's just, it's probably one of the more annoying ways to PvP. But if you're not getting Souvenirs of Reprisal through PvP, and you are farming them through the crows with the immaculately sculpted butts in the painted world, should we go down? Should we rest at that bonfire down there? We should probably rest at that bonfire down there, huh? Just so we don't have to do that. I feel like that walk back would be kind of annoying. We'll just go right over the railing right here. Or, no, we won't. Just go right over the railing right here. Boom. Beautiful. But anyways, if you're farming them from crows, it's like, it's one of the most brutal farms in Dark Souls 1. And you need so many to get Dark Moon Blade. And then after that, it's like, you still need... I'm going to try to kill him with the R2. Oh! That was good. That's why we picked this weapon. Anyways, you still need a whole shitload after that to rank it up in the Covenant. Because I mean, like in my mind, if you're getting Darkmoon Blade, what are you gonna do? Not use it to its maximum potential? Like you're gonna go through all that work and then not have it be the best it can possibly be? So it just ends up being like a huge amount of souvenirs of reprisal, and then you're locked into the Covenant, and if you want to kill Gwendolyn for anything, that can be a problem, and I don't know. It's just, it's annoying. That's why I don't ever do it. I just do Sunlight Blade, which is basically, like, nearly good enough. Also, I learned these guys... Oh my god. Oh my god, do you see the damage he's not taking? I learned these guys are actually weak to lightning, which that's interesting. You wouldn't know it from the damage he was taking there, but that's a reflection more of my poor stats than it is anything else. We need, if we do all of the trades at the Crows, which is totally possible if we really want to. If we do all the trades at the Crows, we only need one more Titanite from demons. And that could be from the Catacombs demon, which has nearly as much health as this one. That could be from the Lost Izalith demon, which has more health than this one. And that could be from one of the Sen's Fortress demons, which the two left have the least health of all the demons that are still around. God, I fucking hate these fucking things. We already are like, I'm out of here. Which has the least health of all the demons that are available to us still. That was a good flurry of blows there. Yeah, that was on me for using all that stamina. This is just the height of gameplay right here. I think the thing that makes this the worst enemy in Dark Souls 1, and I do think these are the worst enemy in Dark Souls 1, is just that they're so boring to fight. That's just not fun doing that. It works, you know what I mean? You can wedge yourself between that broken leg and that ass cheek, and you can hit them. It'll get it done, and you can back off and get your stamina bar, and you can roll, and you know what I mean? You can do the technique to kill Titanite demons. It's just annoying. Oh, this is not the right room. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bye. So, yeah. Let's go do a trade. One dunged pie. And then we did it. Ta-da. One maximally upgraded. Let me make sure I just have it in my inventory. And just to be sure, I'm not, like, I didn't keep any. I guess it doesn't matter, huh? It doesn't matter if I have any Prism Stones in here. I don't need the Demon Titanite from it. But we'll just keep in mind that if we end up making Fury Sword or something, which we probably will because, again, I love that item. If we end up making Fury Sword or whatever, we'll just remember that, hey, there's the Prism trade is still going to be available to us, so there's a Titanite just hanging out. The Catacomb Demon, 2 of the Sen's Fortress Demons, and that's 4 Demon Titanite right there. 4 of the 10. That's only 6 kills. Only 6. Ugh. That's 6 kills on the most annoying enemy in the game to get to with the most annoying fight in the game to kill. But who knows? Maybe by then, maybe by the time we're trying to kill that particular Titanite demon to farm another weapon out, just to have some combat options. Maybe by that time we'll be hurling great lightning spears around. And if that's the case, it might not actually be that bad. Because, like I said, they are weak to lightning. Oh. And we do aim to be a pretty stacked faith build eventually. There might be other trades we could do. But I didn't look up ahead of time the table. I don't have it memorized, so I don't know. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. We'll come back. We'll come back if we need it later. So there's our last piece of Demon Titanite for the spear. Ta-da. I'm kind of thinking it's New Londo Ruins time. Is kind of what I'm thinking. You know, I've never tried to go down that way. Should I do some science? This is kind of... I've literally, you know, in all the times I've played this game, I've literally never stood on this little platform. Oh, I think I die now. Yeah. I didn't expect to slide off like that. I expected to just stand there for a little bit. Oh, darn. Well, I kind of want those 13,000 souls, so we'll just get those real quick. And then I do believe it's upgrade a weapon and New Londo Ruins time. We do New Londo Ruins because if we kill the 4 kings without placing the Lord Vessel, that's how we meet Koth. And I don't really need to meet Koth for anything. I just kind of feel like it. So, can I stand here without sliding to my death? Alright, sick. So, we'll just go that way. Wow, the geometry is crazy. You can stand on this little spot, too. Alright. Enough messing around. Finally get these treasures I've been looking at basically all game. I always forget there's a talisman right there. This is a Lloyd talisman. Yeah. I feel like the contents of the chests imply that they're like cleric burial offerings. That's my interpretation anyways. The only thing that doesn't really make sense to me is the cracked red eye orb being related to clerics. But all of the other items are definitely related to clerics. The Lloyd's talismans, the mace, the talisman. I'm not a big weaponsmith box or armorsmith box sort of guy, so just because there's not usually that many opportunities to actually make use of those functions, at least in my playstyle, and they end up cluttering that menu up with 2 more options that are annoying to scroll over. So I pretty much always go to a blacksmith when I need blacksmithing. We did it. By Jove, we did it. And we're just chilling on all this other stuff. We don't really care about any of that. What's the damage on this Dragon Slayer Spear looking like? It's like 254 plus 120-ish. 125 or so. I just noticed I have weapons in my inventory that need to get the hell out of here. You know what's funny is the Dragon King Great Axe might actually be an option for us. No, even two-handing I don't have the strength. Ugh. Kind of sleepy. Kind of sleepy this morning. It's not really it's morning for me. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. I'd like to dump these souls. Initially I thought, well, maybe I'll dump these souls. It's funny about the Crest of Artorias. I've never used it. Initially I thought, well, maybe I'll dump these souls on buying just some miracles I don't have over there from Petrus. But now I'm kind of thinking, no. Now I'm kind of thinking, let's just start sinking some investment into the Pyromancy Flame here. It's a surprise tool that'll come in handy later. Make sure we're actually rested here. And then it's Ghost Town time. We do have our transient curses in our inventory, do we not? We do. Let's put those on a usable section. And I am going to remove the humanity from my use bar to really disincentivize me from using it. I don't want to... We're pretty close to just throwing 30 humanity into the Chaos Servant shortcut and being done with the whole thing. So I'd like to just hold on to humanity for a little bit longer. Of course, if we really wanted to, we could just go kill some rats right now. But, I mean, I don't know about you, but I kind of try to avoid killing rats as a matter of principle. It's not very fun. And certainly there exist far better humanity farms in the game. Like, I'd rather farm the blue tentacle fuckers in Duke's Archives than I would rats. And honestly, that's kind of why I'm doing 4 kings, is because if I do 4 kings, there will be nothing in the way from me placing the Lord Vessel and unlocking the rest of the game. And then I can get access to some later game zones where if I want to do something like, oh, heck, cool, we one-shot ghosts. That's nice. Where if I want to do something like farm for humanity, what the hell? Where'd you go? Why did you go there? It won't be annoying, is what I'm getting at. Should I put the Gold Covetous Serpent Ring on, is what I'm wondering. Let's see if I put the Gold Covetous Serpent Ring on over the Leo Ring. If I'm still in one-shotville, then I'll just chill with that. Because it'd be nice to get some transient curses and feel safe. Yeah, still in one-shotville there. Ooh, and we dropped something. Still in one-shotville there. A Jagged Ghost Blade. That's funny. That item's pretty darn rare. It's not the rarest form of the Ghost Blade. There's another one. There's an even far more rare version of the Ghost Blade. There's a type of ghost that kind of looks like a mother clutching a baby, and she screams. And I can't remember what form of the Ghost Blade that one is. It might be called, like, Pristine Ghost Blade or some shit. But there's only there's only, like, 2 or 3 of those enemies in this entire zone, and they're all in annoying places to get to. And that enemy, there's our parrying dagger. We'll use that eventually. That enemy has a teensy tiny chance of dropping the clear Ghost Blade. It's this one over there. See that one? This one can drop the crazy, crazy rare Ghost Blade. But you never get that, so don't even... And you know what? Even if you farm it out, it's not even a good weapon, so don't even worry about it. It's an oddity. It's a fun thing to show off to your friends. I don't even ever bother with the items that are over here, because they're not worth it, in my mind. They're not very good. Alright, let's go to hell. I like to just kind of stand in this doorway and wait for the first wave of ghosts to come to me. We're in trouble. Yep. Took some early hits there. Not good. I've really got to play, like, really, really clean. Because, I just don't have that much health. I hit an interesting point in the playthrough recently where I've been getting lots of souls. And I have been spending them pretty much immediately on myself. But I've been spending them on things like levels of dexterity and faith to try and counterbalance the fact that I'm using a weapon that needs a pretty significant stat investment. I've been spending them on my weapon upgrades, which are actually pretty costly. The Pyromancy Flame, the Miracles. What I'm getting at is when I started the playthrough, I was spending... Oops, I didn't even use a Transient Curse. When I started the playthrough, I was spending a lot of my level ups on health and stamina, which is like, that's all reliable, you know? That's what you should be doing. But I have not bought any health nor stamina in quite a while. I guess I got that 1 point of endurance recently to help fix my equip load, but it scarcely counts. And I would like to reach a point pretty soon. There, that's nice. Going up to 6 Transient Curses. I feel like 6 Transient Curses, it's like, this is in the bag now. How did I miss you? Oh my god, how am I continuing to miss you? Dearest me. Alright, here we are again. Day 13 in the ghost house. I never go downstairs to fight. Part of me wonders, should I go downstairs? Because ghosts can be less annoying if you stay mobile. Operative word there being can. I'm just going to kind of paranoidly sip up, even though I don't think I have to. Hang out in this room. Letting them come to you, especially, can really get you surrounded, which is annoying. So kind of kiting them behind you as you stay mobile is a pretty good way to be extra safe. Thought I saw one in the floor. Alright, I mean, I know there's a lot more to deal with, but we're just going to go in here and do that one. No? We're good? We did it? There's one more in the chimney that gets you, like, pretty much every time. Alright, we're just going to say that's good. Ingrid, why you gotta hang out in this fucking house, man? Thank you for the key to the seal. Alright. You know, where was he? I don't know. I give up. Whatever. I don't feel like I ever get that Soul of a Proud Knight. I think those are the first green Titanite shards we've ever gotten this playthrough. I love this place. I really do think this is one of the most interesting zones. Hey, there's a humanity too. Nice. I think this is such a cool zone, personally. I wonder, can we lightning bolt you to death? Nope. Not like that, we can't. What the? What the? Oh, we're not cursed. We're not transient cursed. We almost fell off the edge there, too. That was scary. Anyway. That's the curse bite ring or something, but we're not going to get it. We don't care. We don't care about the curse bite ring down there. And this is just a rare ring of sacrifice. I always forget what... Well, I guess a rare ring of sacrifice does have a singular use case in this run. So we'll just use it for its singular use case in this run. We'll just have to remember to keep it on us when we need it. I tend to not use rings of sacrifice because I tend to take them out of my inventory and put them in the bottomless box to get rid of the inventory bloat. And then in the rare cases where I need them, I don't have them. We are in a situation now. Sniper crossbow. Hey-oh. Oh, no, composite bow. Okay. Actually, if we're going to use any bow at all, composite bow might be the bow for us. Though, I don't know. We are eventually going to get quite a bit of dexterity. It could end up being black bow of Ferris. Anyway, we're in a passage of the game now where I am wondering, should we have the Hornet Ring? Because we got to kill Dark Wraiths. And I am curious to see what exactly our damage will be against a Dark Wraith. See him up there? Come on down here. Yeah, come on down here. Oh, plenty. Yeah, that's plenty. Wow, you must be resistant to lightning. Or, excuse me, weak to lightning. I think everything down here must be weak to lightning. And that makes sense because it's kind of a spooky, unholy, cursed place. And lightning is kind of like a holy sort of damage in this game. It's not straight up the same thing as literal holy damage, which does exist. Don't you do that. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh! That's okay. I'm not tripping on that. I got the tink. I got the tink on the first weapon blow there. And then I did not get any of the follow-ups. Oof. Oofa doofa. That's just one of the downsides of having the low health total that we have, right? Mistakes are punished. They're punished hard when you do not have that much health. I'm kind of thinking we're just going to cheese it. Is kind of what I'm thinking from here. We don't really need the very large ember right now. I mean, we could go get it. You want to go get the very large ember? I was just going to cheese it straight to the boss. Because, you know, the 11k souls I left on the ground, I'm not going to lie, they're not nothing. That's an amount of souls. But in the grand scheme of things, it's really not all that much. So I'm kind of mentally parting ways with those souls right now. I don't really need them. They're going to be in an annoying place to get. Especially if I decide to just cheese it. And I also don't really need the very large ember. But at the same time, it feels wrong to not get it. So... You know what? I do need the very large ember. Because let's not forget, that we're doing Sunlight Blade at some point. We're going to get Sunlight Blade. And then once you get Sunlight Blade, you know, a weapon that you can swing around really quickly and that has decent dexterity scaling, something like, say, I don't know, a Balder side sword, plus Sunlight Blade, ends up being quite a bit of damage. It really, truly does. So yeah, actually I take it back. We absolutely do need the very large ember. And I am willing to just cheese it and go straight there. And we'll have to run our face off, but we can do it. Because now we have bastards right on our tail. Can't go get that item. You get locked in with the bastards. But if the bastards don't follow us all the way up here, which I don't think they will. Oop, it's the other way. I'm willing to go back down the stairs and see if we can get the item. There's a very large ember. Ta-da. I'm pretty sure that we're going to encounter a motherfucker, though, on the way down here. Preemptively one hand. Wow, or maybe not. Maybe they don't. I know they definitely do follow us up the spiral staircase. But they must have leashed. Ooh, that's scary. Oh man, you don't ever want to see they all found me again. That was 3 Dark Wraiths and they were pissed. Here they're still coming. I tell you what, this is not... We'll just stop for this, no big deal. This is not the way I normally like to run to Four Kings. You know what? We can't do Four Kings. I'm a fool. We have to homeward bone out of here. I'm just going down the stairs so the ghosts can't get me. We have to homeward bone out of here. I mean, I wonder if, dear viewer, have you been screaming it at your computer monitor or your phone or wherever you're watching this? Have you been screaming it at your screen this whole time? We don't have the Covenant of Artorias, dummy. There's no Covenant of Artorias in our inventory. We cannot do Four Kings. What are we doing? Excuse me for 1.5 literal minutes. I'll be right back. Just kidding. I thought it was time to turn my laundry over into the dryer, but it is not. So I'll have to leave again shortly to check on it. Whatever. I don't think anything bad is going to happen to us, but just in case it does, we'll just rest here to make sure we're locked to this save point. And I guess let's go use that Crest of Artorias we spent our hard-earned money on. So funny. So funny we got all the way there and didn't have the Covenant of Artorias. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. That's fine. I gotta put a dog down. Poor Sif. Poor little guy. Sif has the unfortunate circumstance of being diagnosed with a fatal case of having a ring I need. You don't, if you can help it, you don't ever want to get diagnosed with having a ring I need. Things that have a ring I need tend to die. And there's no way around it. There's not even a way to, there's no alternate route. You just straight up have to kill Sif to beat the game. Which I think is very, very, very tragic. Poor little guy. I like to just single this guy out and kill him real quick. Nope. Well, I think another one of those would do me in. So I think we have to sip, actually. Get R1'd. The reason I do that is because he doesn't respawn. And now I don't have to deal with him for the rest of the game, basically. Actually, not even the rest of the game. What the heck? When the sorcerer is doing some stabs, am I right? That's crazy. Loser. Okay, I'm done wasting my time with these guys. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is... Okay, fine. We'll kill them all. It's kind of funny. With the Hornet Ring, I'd one-shot. We tinged. It's always difficult to put another bandit down. Sorry. I started Bandit too. I started Bandit too, little brother. And see, look how little those 11,000 souls are worth. I mean, we already have 12k. We're not going to bother ourselves with the chest that has the enchanted ember in it over Yawn. You can see those two mushroom parents over there. The reason for that is simple. Enchanted weapons are kind of dog ass. They're a lot like occult weapons. It's just not a very well thought out weapon enhancement path. There is a world, don't get me wrong, there is a world in which an enchanted weapon can be worth your time. But in that very same world... You know, a regular plus 15 weapon with great magic weapon on it either comes very close or exceeds how good the enchanted weapon is. So why not just do that? It's a better option. Anyways, here's Sif. Another boss we're going to have to be really careful about, just because... You know, a lot of those attacks will absolutely one-shot us. Or, put another way, it's not necessarily that they'll one-shot us, but if we get stagger-locked in one of the spins, the second attack that's coming absolutely executes us. So I think there's just a lot of Sif moves where taking that first hit can guarantee that we get hit by the second, and then it's lights out for us. Ow. Off to a great start. Beautiful. We'll just sip here. No big deal. I think I might have gone net positive on health. Uh-oh, that's not good. That was the one that I thought if I rolled incorrectly, I'd die. And true that, I did. Another little bit of growing pains that I'm feeling in our build right now is... it occurs to me, by the way, that we didn't pick up the chest with the Stone Guardian set in it. Not that it really matters. I don't think we're ever going to wear that armor. But anyways, another piece of growing pains that I'm really feeling in our build right now is... Good golly. I mean, our stamina bar is teensy tiny. I attack Sif twice, maybe 3 times, and then, like, that's it. I don't even have stamina to roll out of the way after that. And that's, you know, that sucks. That's just brutal. It means that for a lot of these fights, we have to play a lot more conservatively, you know, a lot more defensively than maybe I'm used to. Just because we do not have a lot of stamina to throw around. I mean, how many points of... We have 20 endurance, which is half of what I'd like. Oof. We'll just do one of those. Owie. Not good there. Uh-oh, I rolled... Oh, well, okay. I thought that was death. Oh, it's over. Sorry. Sorry, Dougie. So anyway, 4 kings. Should we just bone? We should just bone, right? And I know what I must do with these souls. I am loath to do it because of everything I just said about our build. But I know what I must do. We need a pyromancy flame. We just do. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I think we can get a couple more levels of that pyromancy flame. And, you know, it does occur to me that if I intend to meet Koth, which I really do, and that's coming up shortly, this is going to be my last opportunity to sell stuff to Frampt. For this playthrough, anyway. Well, not necessarily. But it's still probably wise to do it. Just because shit does happen, and who knows what snap decisions I may make in the future. So with that in mind, let's rest here. Let's talk to Frampt, who forcibly warps us. Then we'll bone out and come back and sell stuff. Alright, now let's sell some stuff. Alrighty. First of all, ain't no one ever used these. Boopy. I just don't really feel like giving him any of my equipment. He can have my extra spider shield. He can have my extra spider shield and my god-awful leather armor. That I have a personal vendetta against and which no one should ever use. Alright, I think we did it there. Farewell. We're getting there. 19,000 souls to the next upgrade on the old pyromancy flame. Alright, we have Covenant of Artorias. But I think I'm gonna approach Four Kings from a different direction. The reason that we upgrade the pyromancy flame, I don't know. I mean, if you somehow hunt down this video, it's very unlikely that this is your first Dark Souls 1 playthrough. So I understand that I'm probably explaining stuff to someone who knows a lot about the game already. But in the event that you've clicked on this video and you don't know much about Dark Souls 1 and you are watching me for some reason, by the way, thank you, hi, hello, then you may not know that the reason that we upgrade the pyromancy flame, even though we really, really desperately want levels right now, is that an upgraded pyromancy flame will facilitate us getting many levels later. And by that, what I mean is that there are enemies that you can farm with a maximally upgraded pyromancy flame that are very easy to kill and that are worth thousands and thousands of souls. And doing the loop where you kill them all with the Pyromancy Flame can easily get you, you know, millions of souls per hour. So even though it hurts to invest a couple 100,000 souls in the maximal upgraded Pyromancy Flame right now, we should honestly reverse hollow and kindle this bonfire right here. Eesh. I forgot we don't want to. You know what though? We won't have to. We won't have to. If we just kill the first kings on the first, or the 4 kings on the first try. I have no idea how much damage I'm going to do to them. It's probably not going to be that much. Especially considering what the Titanite demon and the Sif damage just looked like there. But hey, if we kill them on the first try, I don't know. By the way, we should use the Crush Shield against them to block their magic attack. That's why we have it. I got this all rooted out. We went back to the asylum at the time we did for a very important reason. We don't even have to pick up this treasure right here. It's just another set of our starting gear, but you know what? We'll do it anyways. There's our 3rd spider shield. Our 3rd spider shield. We can go up there and get RTSR, but we won't. We're not going to use it. We're not a speedrunner. RTSR is one of those items you don't really use outside of very specific builds. Which, don't get me wrong, those very specific builds are very, very strong. And I've done them, and they're very, very fun. And we could easily, like, any build could benefit from some power within RTSR cheese. All of them. That's how strong of an item it is. We're not at a point in our life right now where we're even considering doing that. Maybe later. But not right now. We're not living that lifestyle. So straight up, we're just going to try to completely 100% cheese them. We're going to do all the gimmicky cheesy stuff. We're taking off with, I mean, we're probably looking at that there, right? And now full Havels. 120 poise. Too heavy. By 3 units. By 3.3 units. So, Gargoyle Helm, probably. Yep. Gargoyle Helm it is. This is what peak performance looks like. You may not like it, but it's the truth. So we've got Abyss Walking, we got our counter damage, and we got our Crest Shield, and we got a whole heck of a lot of poise, and it's time to just hope. It's time to just hope that we can do the damage we need to do to win the frickin' fight. Here we are. We're going to start off with a magic attack that will block. That's why we have the Crest Shield. Ooh, we fat rolled right into you. You're a loser. And we're just immediately tanking hits. Honestly, not terrible damage. But I just saw another one spawned. So we got to put this one down now. Okay. Okay, time to pick it up. We gotta pick it up. It's gonna be the 5 kings for us, I can tell. But we're doing all the cheesy stuff we can do to avoid having to actually do this fight. Yeah. That's okay. I saw him. Where is he? Uh-oh. No! It's all good. It's not going to kill us. It's fine. Yep. I knew it was going to be the 5 kings. Oh my god, he's already here. He's already here and he's already grabbing me. When did you get here? You can tell when your damage is kind of low if you're going to end up spawning 5 kings before you... Oh, not good. Just back off there. If your damage is kind of low, then you don't do the overkill damage on each of them that you need to kill their, like, combined health bar. Oh my god, there's 6 kings. There's a 6 king behind me. Did you see him? I did the 6 kings instead of the 4 kings. But we did it. We got it done. And hopefully this is Ascended Pyromancy Flame. There's Koth. There's 4 humanity. Hey, we're done with our humanity grind. And you know what? We didn't have to kindle there. Because we did it first try. Nice. We'll just rest here to make sure there's no funny business. I don't know. I don't know why we rested there. Don't worry about it. Hello. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay. I don't want to make that decision yet. I gotta go to Daughter of Chaos real quick here, okay? Here's 30 humanity wholesale. All right, cool. It's hard to leave the red eye orb on the table. Even though I don't plan to do any invading, it's just kind of hard to leave the red eye orb on the table. I gotta check that laundry of mine real quick, and then we'll get going here. Okay, so here's the dumb news, the bad dumb news. I may have just done this all in the exact order that fucked me. But maybe not. So I shouldn't have spent that humanity there, is what it's going down to. Because if I have to place the Lord Vessel for Koth right now by joining his covenant, right? Yes, of course. Okay, cool. No, all right, cool. If I had to join the Dark Wraiths there to place the Lord Vessel for him, that would have erased some of my progress with the Chaos Servants that I just did. Which would have been the exact dumb timing. It would be the worst we could have done. All right, we placed the Lord Vessel for Koth. Let's get the frick out of here, man. All right, here we are. Back to Firelink Shrine. Oops, I did not mean to hit leave. Back to Firelink Shrine. What am I doing? Oh, and you know what? Let's get all this stinky gear off that we don't want to wear anymore. There we go. Beautiful. Ta-da. One fully upgraded pyromancy. And then Frampt is like, fuck you. I hate you. See you. Which is fine. Gosh, we just spent 70-something thousand souls on the fucking pyromancy flame. Ah! Okay. Now, let's go unlock the sunlight maggot. We really are getting somewhere, though. We're soon. Soon, soon, soon. And I am happy that I've been using the Dragon Slayer Spear on pretty much everything, even though it's not really in its final form. And even though it would probably be better suited as a New Game Plus weapon, it is nice to be rolling around with the Dragon Slayer Spear. Though our damage might be a little subpar. We still got it done. That, you know, even though those 4 kings were actually 6 kings, we still did it. On my last playthrough, I got Egghead so that I could get the Toxic Mist Pyromancy from Iengi, but I don't think I'm gonna do that this playthrough. It's not really a need. I'm already thinking ahead right now to Manus. Manus is going to be tough. We got to try and get our weapon stats before Manus. Alright, ceaseless discharge. Here we are. Hopefully we don't just immediately die. There are attacks he can do that come out pretty quick that I'm pretty sure just immediately kill us. Oh, he is hot on our tail. He can get us down this hallway. Nice. Alright, cool. We win. We have officially won. Poor little feller. He's just mad that we robbed his sister's grave. Which I feel like he has every right to be, personally. Chaos Flame? Will we get it? Not right now. Honestly, Chaos weapons aren't very attractive to this playthrough. I don't think. I feel like Chaos weapons are not going to be as good as plus 15 weapons with Sunlight Blade. So I don't really... I mean... Will we get it? Maybe for completion's sake, but it's certainly not something I really care about right now. So we'll kind of put that on the back burner at the moment. Even backstepping I get you at this weapon because it's enormous. Backstepping is useless. Hello. Things are annoying. Am I right? Let's say hi to Centipede Demon. Hello, Centipede Demon. Hey, aren't the reps for Dark Souls 1 and Night Rain kind of weird? Because when I think Dark Souls 1, I don't think, yes, Gaping Dragon and Centipede Demon, the two iconic bosses from Dark Souls 1. Seems kind of like a weird decision, right? The only thing I can think of is that they must be planning, like, you know, it's a live service game. So it's going to be maintained with title updates and things like that. They must be keeping some of the cool Dark Souls 1 bosses, like Artorias, for a title update, which is not really... Get staggered, get heavy attacked, you're a scrub. It's not really a decision I support, though it is one I understand. I think that they should have given us a cool fucking boss right out the gate. In my mind, Night Rain should have Ornstein and Smoke in it to mirror base game Dark Souls 1. And then Artorias should have been a title update, is how I feel. Manus as well. That would be good. Calamite. Ooh, an updated Calamite fight. Wow. Because the dragon fights in Elden Ring are good. Which is nice because they're so numerable. I think that's one legitimate criticism you can give against Elden Ring is that it repeats some bosses way too many times. And I do like the dragon fights in Elden Ring. They feel very, very dragon-y. I feel like they did a great job of capturing the essence of what it would be like to be on a big dragon hunting sort of fight. There are way too many dragons to fight in Elden Ring, though, and they are all kind of similar, is, I think, a legitimate criticism you can have. But seeing Calamite in specific being sort of updated to run on, like, Elden Ring's dragon framework would be really, really interesting, in my opinion. Ooh, this is the one that has the sunlight maggot. Oh my god. Get him. There it is. Alright, well, the sunlight maggot is ours. Very nice. Do we want anything else? Is there anything else in this world that we desire? We could go that way, but, like, why? Skip ahead to Lost Izalith, right? But I'm not doing Bed of Chaos right now, not with 30k souls in my inventory. Maybe this will be the playthrough I learn to do the, like, bow and fire pot skip. I've never done it before. I know that if you line it up, like, perfect on a very specific spot, and you just go for it, that, like, you can throw fire bombs and not have to do the fight at all. Maybe this will be the playthrough where I learn to do that. It'd be very fun. Never having to do this shit ever again. I freaking hate Bed of Chaos, dude. We're just going to go in here and kill Demon Fire Sage. Which I know is kind of an overconfident thing to say with 30k souls, but I don't give a shit. I'm what you call a gamer. And you know what gamers do? They die. That's right. Little bastard got me. He did it again. This is gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. This right here. I fucking hate this boss. Him and Stray Demon, it's just like, okay, yeah, this is annoying. Oh, he did the backstep. This is actually really bad. Because I can't get behind you from there. Uh-oh. And we did the backstep again, 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 and we're doing the backstep. I'm dead. I'm just dead. What the fuck was that? In the comments below, tell me what the fuck that was. Because that was the backstep, like, 6 times in a row? Some shit like that? God, boring. Unironically, though, I am really kind of pleased with the fact that this Dark Souls run is capturing on video some truly wonky AI. We've had some enemies and some bosses and such just decide to do some truly confusing things on this playthrough. And it feels great having it down here in the, ouch, in the historical record, as it were. I'm not mad. I don't care. It's fine. Stuff happens. You lose 30,000 souls sometimes. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It does mean I can run right for that Demon Fire Sage's door and not really have a single regret in the world. Kind of wish I was playing Dark Souls 2 right now. I love Dark Souls 2. Alright. Guess what, you piece of shit? I'm back. The initial getting behind him is the hardest part. Oh, come on, you mother trucker, dude. Ooh, that was close. One hit. All right. frig you, you friggin' frigger. I always like to unlock this elevator shortcut up here, even though its use case is really limited. I don't really feel like you end up using this particular shortcut all that much. Because, like, yeah, you can warp to Daughter of Chaos, and then you can take the elevator right back down here, but why? You know, why come down here? What for? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know when you know. Alright, well, I guess we'll head right on into Centipede Demon. Is there an item back there? No. Okay. We're still using the gold serpent ring for some goddamn reason. We'll change it out for orange shard ring here. Oopsie daisy. Come on. Come on. That's funny. I was like, where are I knew he jumped. I knew he jumped when I was menuing. But that's okay. We got the orange shard ring on. It's all good. What the heck? I was like, where's our bloodstain? Alright, buddy. What the? Come on, I rolled. Not enough, apparently. Did I ever mention I hate the Centipede Demon? I hate the Centipede Demon. I hate the Centipede Demon. I think of the Centipede Demon as being one of the premier annoying bosses in this game. Whoa, my bloodstain's all the frickin' way over there. That's crazy. It's just all the jumping, you know? It's just all the jumping, you know? Like, leave a guy alone. Stay on the ground. How about that? And like, what's happening right now? Where are we? You know what I'm saying? Dumb. Here we are in the horrible, horrible, wretched land of no good Lost Izalith. We sure don't like it here. Can I say something that I don't think is very controversial? Can I say an opinion that I'm pretty sure a lot of other people also have? Okay, good. I'll just come out and say it. I don't like the remastered lava texture. I think the original lava was better. And I know I'm not brave. I know plenty of other people have echoed that same sentiment. I stand on the shoulders of giants. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to do a pit stop at Quilana, I think. Just say hi. Hi, Quilana. I heard about your student, Solomon. then I don't really want to do Bed of Chaos. So, you know, we'll probably leave. Probably go do something else. Like Duke's Archives or Tomb of the Giants. One of those two. Could totally do Tomb of the Giants now, no big deal. Similarly, I think we could totally do Duke's Archives, no big deal. Maybe take a pit stop. Take a pit stop to do the Hydra. I don't know. Anything could happen. I like that you try to talk to Quilana over here. And you just have to fight mosquitoes the whole time you're doing it. By the way, if you've never seen this NPC before, she only shows up if you have a really high upgraded Pyromancy Flame. So if you've never bothered to upgrade Pyromancy, that's why we've never seen her.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quilana of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Salomon?
Yep.
Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil, but to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared?
You bet your sweet bibby. Alright, so we have an Ascended Pyromancy Flame. And we have Great Fireball. Things are looking pretty good.
Now go, whatever you list.
We'll use the Soul of Sif. We're not planning on using Great Sword of Artorias or Great Shield or blah 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 or any of that other stuff anytime soon. Alright, now the Pyromancy Flame is not ascended all the way. But it is ascended high enough that I could probably kill the enemies down in Tomb of the Giants with Pyromancy and have it not be that big of a deal. Yeah, believe it or not, we're a caster. We'll eventually be a caster. I'm taking my sweet time getting there, but do believe it or not, we will eventually be a caster. I know, it's kind of crazy to think. I mean, I got to make my decision here. Tomb of the Giants or Duke's Archives. Huh. I think Tomb unlocks so much more for us than Duke's Archives does. Rhea of Thorland is a miracle vendor. She sells WOG. She sells Woggers. We can get WOG Champ. We can WOG on him. Get WOG'd. These are jokes. Petrus, we don't give a single frickin' shit about anything Petrus has to say to do. Right? We don't care about any of the things he sells. Shut up, Petrus. We know you're trying to kill her. It's all good. I mean, it's not all good. You're a little slimy, but whatever. I'll be back to deal with you, young man. Middle-aged man. We'll just rest here in case anything funky happens. We're gonna, I think, seriously do catacombs. Just because of how disheartening it was to mess up all that skipping earlier. I think we're gonna take it a little slower. Just a little, though. Not a lot. Just a teensy tiny bit. It is going to feel so good to level up. Oh my god, I got Goomba stomped. It is going to feel so good to level up, and that is what coming down here in the Tomb of the Giants is really... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Stuck on geometry. That's what this is really doing for us, and is it's letting us level up again. We haven't been able to even consider it. But, oh man. We have a stat-hungry build. It's a stat-hungry weapon. And we're going to give it stats, dude. We're straight up just going to give it stats. That's going to be amazing. I want to go into Artorias and be able to do damage to him. That's what I want. I want to do Manus, and I want to be able to kill him with my stabs. I don't want to start a marathon like endurance stream for the Manus fight where we're like, okay, everyone, we have to do Manus flawlessly, and it's going to take us 4 hours to kill him because we do 2 damage with the Dragon Slayer Spear. That's what I'm trying to avoid. We knew what we were getting into from the get-go. I said, you know, split damage. What the fuck is going on here? We're somersaulting and backstepping and somersaulting and backstepping, ladies and gentlemen. It's insane out here. Falchion. We always love a Falchion. We can get an enchanted Falchion if we really want. Anyway, we knew from the get-go what we were getting ourselves into. I think the next time... Well, no, I don't want to make a statement like that that really locks me in. I was going to say, I think next time I play a Dark Souls game, maybe I'll do something really bog standard, like Longsword. And don't get me wrong, I do absolutely 110% want to do a Longsword build. Longsword builds frickin' rule, dude. Longsword builds are awesome. But I'm just thinking that the next Dark Souls game I play on stream will probably be Dark Souls 2. And I just don't know if I'm ready to make that sort of commitment. There's a lot of weapons that I really, really, really love in Dark Souls 2. And to pick Longsword would lock me out of a lot of those cool weapons that I really, really like. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Should we get the Great Scythe? We're here, right? Should we just get it? It's a pretty good weapon. There it is. I'm not going to bother with meeting Vamos right now, I don't think. I think we're big chilling on that. I mean, we could go down there and say hi, but then we're stuck in Bone Wheel Hell after that. And, you know, I don't think this is controversial to say. I don't feel like being in Bone Wheel Hell. And if that is controversial to say, then you know what? I stand by it because I'm brave and I'm speaking truth to power right now. That's what I'm doing. Standing by my ideals. Nah, to step outside of the bit here for a second. I mean, we all fucking hate bone wheel hell. You like how I said I was going to do like a fast catacombs, by the way, and I'm just doing like the world's slowest, most thorough pick over everything. There's a treasure over there we didn't get, but we'll leave that. I don't care. It's like a soul of a fucking proud knight or some shit. Who gives a fuck? It's all good. And we could do the drop down right here. I don't think there's any danger in doing the drop down right here right now. Thinking if right now what I'm thinking is should I go over there and get Darkmoon Seance Ring, but then like if I get the Darkmoon Seance Ring I kind of want to just bone out, so I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'm just gonna do it this way, dude. We're just doing it this way. There's a bone wheel. He will be dead now. There's another one. He will also be dead now. There are still others that aggro on us immediately. So we just gotta keep an eye out. Okay, no, not this time. That's fine. You're never gonna catch me being upset about that. We don't do much damage, but we do plenty for Pinwheel. I tell you what. You see Vadi Vidya's YouTube essay? His old Prepare to Cry series on Pinwheel. Man, isn't that a bummer, huh? If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up Vadi's video on Pinwheel, on the story behind Pinwheel. What's going on down here? It's actually a pretty tragic character. I mean, it doesn't come as that big of a surprise, I would hope. I mean, it is Dark Souls. Anyway, here we are. Tomb of the Friggin' Giants, brother. And it's time. This is going to be such a big moment for our build. We're not doing the world's most damage to these skeletons with our spears, which is not a great realization to have. We'll throw a fireball out for science. We did one shot. Okay, so these ones have less health than the dogs, but we did one shot a normal giant skeleton with a great fireball, which is excellent news. We're dead. We're dead because I decided to kill enemies instead of just running. Honestly, why did I do that? I don't know. I straight up don't know, dear viewer. It wasn't a good decision. And now I am back in skeleton hell. And faced with the prospect of, do I go fast? Or should I be patient? And I think if there's anything we've learned, it's that I really don't like being patient. But you know what is also true is that I can just kill a couple skeletons and then still reliably pull off the skip right here. So why don't we just do that this way? We'll just kill those skeletons, go here, head on down here, over the side. And that's what we should have done from the get-go, right? But, nah. All right, I won't try to justify my behavior. Earlier, when I was doing this in the last episode, I was just being bad. There's no two ways about it. That skeleton wheel is totally going to aggro on me, and it's going to be annoying. They didn't. Okay. Weird. Weird. These things happen, and when life hands you a W, you just take it. We're not going to bother doing the dumb stuff we've been doing. We're just gonna play good, which, you know, is what we should have always done. We don't have to fight any of these enemies. It's not necessary in the slightest. You can just leave. Just walk out. If it sucks, hit the bricks. Excellent. Let's go say hi to our new best friend, Patches. Hello, Patches.
Good day. What are you doing in
I am not a cleric. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm actually a cleric. Don't tell Patches I'm a cleric. Thank you. Oh, no, he kicked us down here. Who could have foreseen this coming? And that's the skull lantern, by the way. So, like, we could have... I'm pretty confident we could have fumbled around in the darkness to get the skull lantern. I just didn't feel like it. Okay, anyways, let's go kill Vince and Nico. Come on now. Let's fight. Come on now. We're wogging. You are being a bunch of mother truckers. You know what? Never once in my life have I ever died to Vince and Nico. And I'm not starting now. I am going to keep messing up every parry that I try to do. But I'm serious, motherfucker. I have never died to the two of you, ever. And we're not doing... Why didn't I just fucking kill you? I hurt you. That's on me. That's 100% on me. Well, achievement unlocked. Died to Vince and Nico. Will Patches even kick me off the cliff again? He won't, right? And is this lethal now? No. Okay. Okay. Good to know. I learned something. I've never had to walk down there because I've never died to Vince and Nico. Dude. I'm just being cringe is what's going on here. All right. Thank you. And you'll get out of here, and then we can do miracle stuff. Beautiful. These particular skeletons down here in the Tomb of the Giants really do seem to be resistant to lightning. Or pierce damage, or maybe both. I think it's more likely that they're resistant to pierce damage. Though potentially both. And that makes sense. It's like flesh that you pierce and hurt, right? Bones you want to strike with blunt damage and break. You wouldn't poke a bone to death. That makes no sense. I get it. If they are resistant to thrust damage, I see why. It's like 40k, right? Is our next upgrade for the Pyromancy Flame. Pretty sure.
Oh, well, did you please? You know what I mean? You and me.
No, we are not.
For heaven's sake, let's wait.
Thank you for the twin humanity. Oh, now's our opportunity to see, can we kill these in one hit? Yes, we can. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I can hear him. He's moving. He's coming. I can hear. There he is. Oof. Oh no! Wow, quad direction. Quad direction roll kills me. We haven't had one of those this playthrough. That is always a tragedy. That, dear viewer, would not happen in a later game. And to be fair, I think that I know better, and that I should not have allowed myself to input a roll while I was locked onto an enemy in a precarious situation like this. Hold on, let me listen to footsteps. Yeah, we're walking. Okay, cool. I'll explain. If you don't know what happened, I'll explain what happened in just a second. Come on. I can hear you. There you are. Ugh. How annoying. Nope. Again, what do you think, dear viewer? Is it actually that these guys are tougher? There's a BKH, by the way. Whoa, Black Knight Halberd. Is it actually that the Spear and Halberd guys are tougher, or is it that we don't get as many opportunities to fight them? These are the things I wonder. Anyways, let's talk about that death and what happened. So, Dark Souls 1 has a system, some might call it a very dumb system, where when you are locked onto an enemy and you input a roll, you only roll in cardinal directions relative to what you're locked onto. So that means there are only 4 cardinal directions that the rolls can occur in. And if you input a roll at an angle, because when you're not locked on, you're used to being able to roll in any old direction you want. So if you input a roll at an angle, it's just kind of like, who fucking knows, for some of these angles, what cardinal direction the game is going to decide to translate that to. And so what I was doing there is I was rolling back, but it was slightly at an angle. And the game decided to interpret that as we're rolling to the left because we're locked on. And then I rolled right off that cliff and died. It's why I recommend a lot of people play this game almost entirely locked off. Without locking on to enemies, you'll feel like you'll have a lot more control. These are the enemies that you harvest, by the way, for souls. There's a way to get both of these in one hit. But I didn't do it right, and that's okay. Oh, I'm not. I just got the silver covetous serpent ring, and I'm not even wearing it. So we're gonna go to 3 attunement slots here, pretty much immediately. We really want a symbol of avarice as well. Trying to think, what mimics haven't I killed? Well, there's the mimic in Honor Londo. There's one more mimic in Honor Londo, rather. Oh no, I missed the cleave. There's also some mimics in Duke's archives. Huh. Is that it? I'll have to look up a list of mimics in between episodes. Because we want a symbol of avarice now so that we can put that on our head and get even more souls. We're not going to I know that this is not the most interesting content to watch, so I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to just farm out the next level of attunement slots here, which is not going to take very many loops at all. We're just going to kill for a little bit here. And then I'll call the soul farming for today. I might even call the episode for today. What to do, what to do, what to do. I guess we could go kill Nito. I mean, we are right here. But nah. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna. I think we're just going to get this attunement slot, and then we're going to call the episode. I might do an episode that is just soul farming. So that way, if you don't want to watch me soul farm, you can see that this episode is all just soul farming. Which again, I know it's boring, right? Because I'm just going to be doing this over and over and over and over again. So if you don't want to watch me soul farm, you can just skip that episode. No big deal. Bing, bang, boom. I'll talk. You know, we'll hang out. You know what? Maybe I'll even get a list of things that we're going to talk about at a time. I'll do a little writing beforehand. I'll come up with some interesting stuff. We'll while away the hours. I don't know. Just spitballing. I probably don't need to do another loop. I probably have all the souls I need to get my attunement slot. Though, I don't know. I honestly don't remember where the attunement slot breakpoints are. You know what's funny, though, is that at 3 attunement slots, we're going to have almost all of the slots we want. I'm pretty sure I've planned out this build to have 4. So that will be funny. It's also funny to be spending levels on stuff that is not the things I want. Yeah, there's our 3rd attunement slot right there. Which now we can attune. Great Chaos Fireball. Which means we've made the soul farm more efficient, by the way, because now we can always kill all the enemies all the time. You know, we can start getting this guy in the mix up here every single time. And then head down here. We always have enough casts to always kill all of these guys. There, I did the cleave. That's so funny that I did the cleave when I don't need to do it anymore, because now I have more than enough casts to kill everyone. Okay, so that's what the future looks like for me. We'll get a ceremonial point of faith. And I think we'll log out right here, so that when we log in for our soul farming, it might be like a trying to get a symbol of avarice and then soul farming sort of video. Because a symbol of avarice would be really nice. Sometimes when I'm on stat-hungry builds like this, like I'm on right now, sometimes what I do is I slam through new game as fast as I can, and then I come right back here in New Game Plus as quick as I can, because the soul farm gets even better in New Game Plus, and it will save you a lot of time. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. What level are we anyway? 56? Gosh, that's not that high at all. It's a pretty low level in my humble opinion. All right, but anyways, that's going to do it. Thank you for coming to... I almost said Mindless Mombazoo. This is not Mindless Mombazoo. Thank you for coming to Deliberately Dumb Dark Souls. If you're doing something fun, you know, if you're playing Balatro, for instance, I think that's very fun. Then, hey, I hope you keep at it. Have a good day, you know. Fun things are fun. If you're at, your job and you hate that, or maybe you're at the DMV. I had to go to the DMV recently. That wasn't fun, but, it's okay. You just get through it. Everything's impermanent. And I think that's pretty sick. Yeah, I think that's pretty sweet that, everything's always changing and the nature of reality is ephemeral. So enjoy that, chew on that, and think about that, reflect on that when everything's are not going your way. And we'll see you next time on Deliberately Dumb Dark Souls.